Hello and welcome to our first edition of the Spartan Spotlight. And with us today, we have a very, very special guest. I'm Ross Gordon, the play-by-play announcer for Norfolk State University, and this is Noah Tracey. Noah comes to us from Australia, and he is our punter. First of all, Noah, thank you for giving us a little bit of your time today, and we appreciate you joining us.
Thanks for having me on here today.
And listen, you're the first ever interview on Spartan Spotlight. You came from Australia. It's a lot of firsts, man. We didn't quite know this was going to end up this way, but how does it feel, first of all, playing American football?
It's unique, it's different, it's something that I haven't really done before, and out of my comfort zone, but falling into my element, so that's really good. I love the game and everything about it.
Let's talk a little bit about your background when it comes to oblong football. So you came as a rugby player, right?
Yeah, rugby league back in Australia, more, I'd say, it's more school dominant, park rugby, grade rugby. That's more of our, what you call football back home, where I'm from, back in Sydney. Yeah.
You talk about this. It was interesting. We sort of met right before the Temple game because you didn't play against Virginia State. And how special was that? Because you played actually against your best friend, who's a punter for Temple, and both of you came the same year, same time. What was that experience like?
That was great. I mean, like Dante and me, we're real close. So to be able to actually play him in one of my first games, or the first, actually it was my second game. I did have a couple of punts in that Virginia State game, but to be able to play him in a big stadium like the Philadelphia Eagles Stadium and just under those circumstances was something unimaginable. I really didn't think I'd really get to do that, and to get to do that so early was amazing.
I think everybody wants a chance to play on the big stage, no matter what it is, no matter whether it's football, whether it's rugby. How was that recruitment process for you, coming, just even getting a call from Norfolk State to come play football?
So for me, I'm part of an academy called, well, I was an alumni now, Pro Kick Australia, back in Australia, and that's based out of Melbourne. And so I was there for about 2 years training with them, going through the process of learning and developing. Like, you can go from rugby league and AFL and those sports, but it's taking the fundamentals that you've learned and then trying to simplify it right down and go, all right, well, you've only got like 1.2 seconds to do your job here. So catch it, get it off, but you've got to execute at the same time. So that's what they're big on there. They really break down, they find out what you're made of as an individual and what your skills are, and they build you up. All right, this is what you need to do, and now you're ready to go.
Also very interesting, I don't think a lot of people know it, like, this is the first time you've actually done it in pads. You've done it, kicked the football in pads. So it's a lot of in game type situations that just might not feel like what you've normally done in rugby.
Correct. But the good thing about Pro Kick is like they do supply us with pads. So they go, all right, it's going to feel different. It's going to look different. Everything's a bit different. But they replicate as much as they can back home, so that when you're here, you don't feel so out of place, if you know what I mean. Other than coming from a 27-hour flight or 25-hour flight and going, all right, jump into training. I think for me that was the big thing, was going, you're not here for fall camp, you're here the week of game day.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of variables there that you can't control. It's about trying to control what you can, and they try and prepare you as much as you can back home. So
you mentioned that, like, when you get here, it's a little bit different. You were sort of thrown into the fire. Yeah, I know one thing about Norfolk State, it's very, very inclusive community. So how long did it take for people to gravitate to you and you to gravitate to people?
I mean, having the Australian accent sort of helped, and being a foreigner, I think people are pretty inclusive here in that sort of case. Being a bit different, people are always willing to ask questions, see what you're about, where you're from. So I think, yeah, pretty inclusive environment in that sense, and people are very welcoming. So
I know, like, when you're looking at it, people get to see you play, so it's not a bad thing. People get to watch you play back home. What's been some of the reaction to your family and to your friends seeing you play at this level?
Because of the time zone difference, it's a bit different. Like, I have a few boys here that are watching me play because they're at other colleges, and that's how we sort of work. We're like real good mates. We connect with each other and catch up. I just caught up with one on the weekend, actually, on our bye week. Two of them. But back home, it's pretty amazing because you don't even realise when you're playing out on that field what the people are listening back home, or the people are, because you just feel like when I'm here, I'm in my own world. It's my own thing going on. But it's pretty amazing. So to know back, like, I know that my mum sort of cheered up when she heard my name on the radio. Maybe they were driving, my dad and mum were like, And she even said, Dad got a bit emotional. I was like, because you don't expect it. Like they're like, he's on the other side of the world. And I can hear him on the radio getting talked about. Like it's pretty big.
Listen, man, I guess everybody has dreams, everybody has aspirations. I know education is big, but what's some of the things that you want to do coming from Norfolk State after you finish your career?
I mean, it's only the start for me. So this is my first season. I've just got here to see how far you can really push yourself at the end of the day and see where you can take it. I'll do a mass communications and getting into media eventually is what I want to do. But in saying that, for now, it's one step at a time. Just see where I can go. I try to open every door I can, and that's why I'm here at Norfolk State at the end of the day, from Australia across different continents. So, yeah.
That's not bad. That's a good segue, man. That's good promotion as well, man. Thank you, man. That was good. From Australia to anywhere, Norfolk State University. Thank you, Noah, for giving us a little bit of your time. I think it was great opening up and starting with you, man. Somebody from across the pond.
Yeah.
That's what they get. 25 hours though?
Roughly 20, including layover and that. Yeah, roughly 25 hours.
That's a day and some change.
Yeah, it was.
Congratulations, you made it.
Thank you so much.
You're doing great for you. That's Noah Tracey. This is the Spartan Spotlight. Hey, join us again when we come back.